सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः। अथ अष्टमोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच किं तद्ब्रह्म किमध्यात्मम् किं कर्म पुरुषोत्तम अधिभूतं च किं प्रोक्तम् अधिदैवं किमुच्यते अधियज्ञः कथं कोत्र देहेऽस्मिन् मधुसूदन प्रयाणकाले च कथं ज्ञेयोऽसि नियतात्मभिः। श्रीभगवानुवाच अक्षरं ब्रह्म परमं स्वभावोऽध्यात्ममुच्यते भूतभावोद्भवकरः विसर्गः कर्म संज्ञितः अधिभूतं क्षरो भावः पुरुषश्चादिदैवतम् अधियज्ञोऽहमेवात्र देहे देहभृतां वर अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरं यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः। यं यं वापि स्मरन् भावं त्यजत्यन्ते कलेवरं तं तमेवैति कौन्तेय तद्भावभावितः। तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु मामनुस्मरयुध्य च मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः मामे वैष्यस्य संशयम्। अभ्यासयोगयुक्तेन चेतसा नान्यगामिना परमं पुरुषं दिव्यं याति पार्थानुचिन्तयन्। कविं पुराणं मनुशासितारम् अणोरणीयान् समनुस्मरेद्यः सर्वस्य धातारमचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् प्रयाणकाले मनसाचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यं। यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति विशन्ति यद्यतयो वीतरागाः यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये। सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्याधायात्मनः प्राणम् आस्थितो योगधारणाम्। ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन् मामनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं स याति परमां गतिम्। अनन्यचेताः सततं यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः मामुपेत्य पुनर्जन्म दुःखालयमशाश्वतं नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धिं परमां गताः आब्रह्मभुवनाल्लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनोऽर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सहस्रयुगपर्यन्तम् अहर्यद्ब्रह्मणो विदुः रात्रिं युगसहस्रान्तां देहोरात्रविदो जनाः अव्यक्ताद्व्यक्तयः सर्वाः प्रभवन्त्यः रागमे रात्र्यागमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्रैवाव्यक्तसंज्ञके भूतग्रामः स एवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमे वशः पार्थ प्रभवत्यः रागमे परस्तस्मात्तु भावोऽन्यः व्यक्तो अव्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातनः यस्य सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तः तमाहुः परमां गतिं यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम पुरुषः स परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वनन्यया यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं ततं यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिम् आवृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लः षण्मासा उत्तरायणं तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्मविदो जनाः धूमो रात्रिस्तथा कृष्ण षण्मासा दक्षिणायनं तत्र चान्द्रमसञ्ज्योतिः योगी प्राप्य निवर्तते शुक्लकृष्णे गतीह्येते जगतः शाश्वते मते एकया यात्यनावृत्तिम् अन्यया वर्तते पुनः नैते श्रुति पार्थ जानन् योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भवार्जुन वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत्पुण्यः फलं प्रदिष्टम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चाद्यम् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासूपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे अक्षरब्रह्मयोगो नामोऽष्टमोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्रीपरमात्मने नमः। अथ नवमोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्याम्यनसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्ष्यसे शुभात् राजविद्या राजगुह्यं पवित्रमिदमुत्तमं प्रत्यक्षावगमं धर्म्यं सुसुखं कर्तुमव्ययम् अश्रद्धदानाः पुरुषाः धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्य मां निवर्तन्ते वर्त्मनि मया ततमिदं सर्वं जगदव्यक्तमूर्तिना मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहन्तेष्वस्थितः न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम् भूतभृन्न च भूतस्थः ममात्मा भूतभावनः यथाकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र गोमान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानीत्युपधारय सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहं प्रकृतिं स्वामवष्टभ्यः विसृजामि पुनः पुनः भूतग्राममिमं कृत्स्नं प्रकृते अवशं प्रकृतेर्वशात् न च मां तानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जयः उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते अवजानन्ति मां मूढाः मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितं परं भावमजानन्तः मम भूतमहेश्वरम्. Okay. So, the last class we saw that Bhagavan's Nirguna Jnanam or Nitya Swarupam is being explained by Krishna, and prior to that he gives the importance of this Atma Jnanam, how it is Guhyatamam, how it is Rajavidya, and how only with Shraddha and the person with Anasuya, lock it or maybe open it and put the lock down. Must be having a stopper below. Put that. Yeah, that's all. Hopefully it will break it. No? So, people with Shraddha and Anusuya, that is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, only will understand it, and hence he says you have both of this, and hence I am going to tell you. And then he says Sarvam Jagad Avyaktamurtina Matstani Sarvabhutani Nachahante Shravastitaha. Everything is completely established in me and I am not bound by anyone. Nacha Matstani Bhutani Pashyame Yogamaishwara. So now he says that I am also not the substratum for anything. That is the beauty of it, because in Paramarthika Drishti there is only Chaitanya and there is no Jagat or there is no Maya. So the Prakriti is not at all there, and hence Prakriti is what has got Adhara Adheya Sambandham with Brahman. So if Prakriti itself is not there, where is the question of Adhara and Adheya Sambandha? And that is why he says Nacha Matstani Bhutani. Okay. And Bhuta Bhrinna cha Bhutastaha Mamatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. Now in all this, up to this he has actually given his that intrinsic nature of Nirguna Brahman. What is the intrinsic nature of Nirguna Brahman? What is the first one? Come on, open your books, you will know. What is the first one? No, the first one. Avyakta. Correct. What is the second one? Tatam. Tatam means Sarva Vyapta. Yeah. Present everywhere. First is Avyaktam. Second is Vyaptam. Okay. What is the third one? Adhara Adheyatvam. Okay. What is the fourth one? Asangatvam. No, fourth one is Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanatvam. Correct. Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanatvam is the fourth one. And the fifth one is Asangatvam. So now, if you look at this very logically, first one is Avyaktam, he says. I am never manifested. That means is he unmanifested? No. He is Sarva Vyapiki. So he is there at all times, everywhere. So there is no need to manifest. The necessity to manifest and unmanifest doesn't arise with Brahman, and hence it is called Avyakta. Okay. The second one is Sarva Gatatva. Can reach out anywhere, everywhere, and is present in all the places. Sarva Gatatva. Okay. Sarva Vyapitatva. So the third one is that he is the Adhisthana, and the Prakriti is taking Brahman as the Adhara. The Adhara, Adheya, that particular relationship, that means Brahma Nityam, okay, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Brahma Nityatvam, Jagat Anrutam or Mithyatvam is getting established. What is Satyam and Mithya? Satyam means which can be present by itself without any other aid or support. So Brahman, irrespective of Prakriti is there or not there, will still be there. But Prakriti cannot be there if Brahman is not there. And hence, Prakriti comes and goes, Brahman always is there. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithyatva. That gets established in this third principle. Now, if Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithyatvam is there, then what happens to Jagat? Jagat comes and goes. So, there has to be a reason for this Jagat to come, be there and go, and for that is Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanatvam. Are you able to get that? Okay. Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanatvam, he says that in this shloka number 4, I think. Nacha matstani bhutani pashyame yoga maishwaram bhuta bhannacha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Nacha matstani bhutani, and he says mama yogam aishwaram tvam pashya bhuta bhrit bhuta bhavanaha mamatma nacha bhutas cha bhutastaha. So completely I am the reason for this particular Jagat to come and go, for Srishti and Laya Karanam. And if I am the reason for Srishti and Laya Karanam, Srishti Laya Karta, then I am also the Sthiti Karta. Okay. How does that work? It says, Yathakasha stito nityam vayus sarvatra go mahan tata sarvani bhutani matstani tyupadharaya. So the moment you say, I am the cause and the Prakriti is the effect, you have a problem. In Vyavahara, the cause and effect are separated only with time. So in every effect, the cause gets embedded. Okay. So if Bhagavan becomes the effect, that means Bhagavan is there in every effect as the cause. So immediately what will happen? Sangatvam will come. So he wants to now say that although I am Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanam, as you see it from Prakriti's perspective, From Paramarthika, my perspective, I do not engage in any of these activities of the Prakriti. I am a Sakshi. How? Yatha Akashaha Sthitaha. This Akasha is always established. And in that, what is there? Akasha's effect, which is Vayu, Sarvatragaha, moves everywhere, freely. Correct? So when the Vayu moves, the Vayu can be Sugandha, Durgandha, Atigandha, Atyagandha, any Gandha. Does it impact Akasha? So it will not impact Akasha. Like that, anything happening in the Prakriti, because of either Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, nothing happens to me because I am unattached to the Prakriti. Okay, so from this Yathakasha Sthito Nityam, he brings in a very important aspect of Asangatvam, so that we don't mistake Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Karanatvam to become Sangatvam. If your Karanam, Srishti Karanam are your parents, and their Srishti Karanam are their parents, you cannot see Asangatvam there. Anything happens to you, they are in trouble. Anything happens to them, you are in trouble. So all these Sangatvam naturally gets established. And he wants to say that don't superimpose Sangatvam in me because I am Asangaha. Is it clear? Okay. Now there will be another one issue coming, which you will see. Sarvabhutani Kaunteya. Repeat. Prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpado visrajamyaham. Okay, now this one, the 7th and the 8th shloka are the explanation of the 5th shloka. The 7th and the 8th shloka are the explanation of the 5th shloka. What does it mean? The 5th shloka talks about Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Karana. Correct? The 6th shloka talks about Sangatvam and Asangatvam. So the 7th one is an explanation of the 5. How does this Srishti, Sthiti and Laya Karanam happen? Why am I the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya Karanam? That's an explanation. So he says, Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam Kalpaha Kalpakshaye Punaha Tani Kalpa Adav Visrajami Aham. Okay. He Kaunteya Sarva Bhutani Kalpakshaye Mamikam Prakritim Yanti Punaha Kalpadav Tani Aham Visrajami. What does it mean? He Kaunteya, he Kunti's son, he Arjuna, Sarva Bhutani Kalpakshaye Mamikam Prakritim. Sarva Bhutani means what? All the? Not only living beings. Living, non-living, everything. Sarva Bhutani. Okay. Kalpakshaye. What is Kshaya? To destroy or to end. What is Kalpa? What is that time period? 1000 Brahmaji's years. Correct? So, that is one Kalpa. Like that, two Kalpas together is one day and night. Sorry, one day is one Kalpa. One night is another. Correct? Like that, one kalpa when it goes, kalpa kshaye. Where does this come now? Go now, open 8th chapter. 8th chapter, Sahasrayuga Pariyantam Aharyad Brahmano Viduhu Ratri Yuga Sahasrantam Teho Ratra Vido Janah Avyaktadyaktayaः sarvaः Prabhavantyah ragame Ratriagame praliyante Tatraiva Vyakta Santyake. Okay, so this is what he is again referring back to. So whenever that Brahmaji's night time comes, that is Kalpakshaye. At that time, it's an involution. Everything comes back. Where does it come back? Kalpakshaye mamikam prakritim. Now this word, it comes to where? It comes to Prakriti. That Prakriti has been given a very clear adjective there. Mamikam. What is Mamikam? Mamikam means belonging to me. So everything comes back and rests in the Prakriti, that Prakriti which belongs to me. Okay. Brahmashrayah satyarajastamo gunatmika maya asti. Brahma ashrayah maya asti. Mamikam prakritim kalpakshaye punasthani. Okay. Are you able to get that? Sarva bhutani kalpakshaye mamikam prakritim yanti. It comes. Okay. So there is involution. Now after that what happens? So this is what we call as unmanifested situation of Prakriti. It is an unmanifested state of Prakriti. In 15th chapter, what this will be called as? Akshara Purushaha. You can note it. All this will come again. Manifested Prakriti is called Akshara Purushaha. That which can be destroyed. Akshara Purushaha, that which cannot be destroyed further. Means what? It is already unmanifested. Where can you destroy it further? So Akshara Purushaha. And then you have the third, which is beyond the Kshara and Akshara Purusha, which is called Uttama Purushaha, which is Brahman. Okay. So here he is clearly talking about the Akshara Purushaha, which is at the time of Pralaya, where everything comes back and resolves into my Prakriti or Prakritim which is belonging to me. Mamikam Prakritim. Is it clear? Whenever the time doesn't matter here. Kalpado. So again the Kalpa will start. Whatever the timing is, the morning and night time. When Brahmaji's morning time is there, the Kalpa will start. Brahmaji's night time is there, the Kalpa will go into Pralaya. Simple. Okay. Because the second part is he is telling again. What he says? Punaha kalpa adau tani visrjami. Okay. Punaha, again. Now the word very clearly says again. Kalpa adau, at the start of the kalpa, tani means what? Sarva bhutani. All the beings. Tani means all the beings. Which beings? Which went in are going to come out now. How? Visrjami. Now, if someone looks at it, they will say, what a foolish thing. इधर से अंदर जा रहा है, उधर से वापस बाहर आ रहा है, वापस अंदर जा रहा है, वापस बाहर जा रहा है. काम धंधा नहीं है क्या? But you have to understand very clearly here. He is talking about two very important aspects of it. First is punaha word is used. Punaha itself tells that again it is going. That means earlier it should have gone. Again it comes out. That means earlier it should have come out. That shows the continuity and the cyclicity. The cyclicity will come, punaha again will come. So now he is talking of a progression that it doesn't happen just once and stops there. No. It is always the Prakriti gets into unmanifested form, again comes to manifested form, again comes to unmanifested form. So now you can clearly imagine a linear form of Prakriti where it goes into manifested, unmanifested, manifested, unmanifested, like that it will keep on happening. Punah punah. Next word what he uses is Visrijami. What is Visrijami? Visrijami is I as though create. What is the root word here? Srij. Srij dhatu means what? What is Srijan?
Create.
To create. Okay. What is Visrija? Not Visarja. See, Visrjami he is saying first here. Huh? Visheshena Srijami. What is Visheshena Srijami now? Now why? He could have told again that I just create. He put a prefix to it as Visheshena Srijami. Why is that Visheshena Srijami coming here? Only when you understand these words, why it is used, you will understand what is he trying to tell. Otherwise, if you read this, what is the problem you are going to give him? What is the problem which you will now you will bless Brahman with what problem? We as Brihaspati Jnanis will bless Brahman with which problem? The moment he says, I create and I destroy, what problem he will get?
Laya.
What is the problem he will get? Brahman.
Who is the person who is taking care of the life?
Taking care of the Laya means? I didn't understand.
So it can be like they have said that Brahman is the Srishtikarta.
So?
Sthiti, Srishti and Sthiti. So then the Laya also someone has to.
No, he says, that it is undoubtedly told in the earlier shloka that he is the Layakarta. That is not a doubt. But because he is Srishtikarta, Sthitikarta, Layakarta, what is the problem which we are going to now endorse Brahman with? No problem at all.
I can think that there is Sangatvam because I am creating.
ठीक है संगत्वम is there, but he has clearly said that yathakasha sthitva nityam, so he has brought asangatvam to clarify that doubt. After that this doubt should not come. After giving a clarity in that, this doubt should not come, because this is coming after that. So sangati has to be there now. That joining of the shlokas have to come very clearly. Then what is the problem which will come? The shloka is talking about what? Srishti and Sthiti? No. The creation of Srishti and dissolution of Srishti. That is what is correct. So there is what is he says? Aham visrijami. Mamikam prakritim yanti. Correct? So there is someone who is Who is doing it? Correct? So now because of that, what will you tell? He is the doer. And if he becomes the doer, what is the next thing which you are going to add to it? Doership comes means next what will come? Kartrutvam comes, then what will come? Kartrutvam, if it comes, the next thing, you cannot separate that with. So bhoktrutvam will come. Kartrutvam comes, bhoktrutvam comes. So Brahman becomes karta and bhokta. The moment you read it like this, you will say, oh, so you created this Srishti. Why the hell did you create? नहीं पूछते भगवान को, चुपचाप बैठ नहीं सकता था? क्यों इतना सब किया? क्यों मुझे ऐसा पैदा किया? नहीं पूछते. Are you able to get that? Who is giving this doership to Brahman now? We have given. From where? From these shlokas. Very logical, very subtly it is going inside. Huh? Please understand, even if you don't know Bhagavad Gita, these things come. The doership you have already ascertained to Bhagavan. उसका बिना एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता है, वो हर पत्ते को हिलाता है. Why the blessed you are doing all this is चुपचाप बैठो ना, कैलाश में बैठो, उधर बैठो, you have your Mrs. there with you, enjoy, sit, keep quiet. Why are you putting us in a trouble? Why did you make this Srishti itself? Correct? That is why he gives about Visrijami. Why that V is coming? Visheshena Srijami. Why? To bring akartrutvam into the picture. Because Prakriti Srijanam is a natural process. You are only a karma baladata. At that time, that Prakriti will take its own call and keep moving, and you are going to be Sakshi. You are only the Sakshi there. As the light does not get sullied by any of the activity happening in that space, it will only bless the situation, because in the absence of that light, you cannot even see what is happening, good, bad or otherwise. There is only things happening which are happening. Why it is happening? Because it is supposed to happen. Who is blessing it? The light is blessing it. The light is neither creating the situation to happen, nor participating in the situation, nor getting impacted by the situation, whatever has happened. Are you able to get that? So akartrutvam comes there. Asangatvam leading to akartrutvam. Are you able to get this? No. Still not clear. Okay. You are that Brahman who is awake now. Then this Brahman goes to sleep. In the sleep, there is a dream which comes. Who created this dream? Brahman. Who enlivened the dream? Brahman. Who dissolved the dream? Brahman. Then that Brahman slept very well. Then that Brahman woke up. After waking up, I asked this Brahman, you are not, see, you did a karma in the dream, huh? So you should get the karma bala of that dream. Why are we smiling now? समझ में आ रहा है? Why are we smiling? When we put ourselves as Brahman, then we understand that we are not participating in it. We are only aware of what is happening, because that dream is a part of the Prakriti happening in my mind. Mind is a part of Prakriti, not Brahman. Are you able to get this? So Srijanam, Utsarjanam, Maranam, every layam, everything is a part of Prakriti. Brahman is only blessing. When the right time comes, that particular Prakriti will come out as Srijanam. When the right time comes, that Prakriti will go back to Layam. and Brahman is only blessing. But without Brahman's blessing, this all will not come. Like without you being the Brahman, if you do not go to sleep and you do not dream, then the whole dream session itself will not be there. For that you have to be there. So the dream depends on you. You do not depend on the dream. Clear? The kartrutvam of your in the dream does not have any bhoktrutvam at the waker state. Even if you have karma phala bhoktrutvam in the dream, you dissolve it in the dream and you come out. समझ में आ रहा है? Like that, Brahman does not have any kartrutvam and bhoktrutvam in Visrjami as well as in the Pralaya. Because Visheshena Srijami, because of your own karma phala, the new Srishti is going to come. It's a collective karma phala of everyone at the time of Pralayam, which is going to decide which is the next Srishti. As when we die, our desire will decide what is my next Janma. Same way that Srishti's karma phala at that time will decide what is the next Viveka. Is it clear? समझ में आ रहा है? Like when you go to sleep, you say, tomorrow morning I have to get up and do this, and you go to sleep. Next day morning, what you get up and you say, oh, I remember I have to do this, and then the karma starts. Correct? Based on such a mega plan, Srijanam will happen. Is it clear? So it is just happening. So to get that asangatvam and no kartrutva bhoktrutvam, the specific words punah punaha, because again and again if this Brahman is going to be the karta bhokta, what is going to happen to this blessed Brahman, tell me? Correct? And hence, very clearly, he is not even a catalyst in a reaction, he is just the sakshi in the reaction. What is happening? Let anything happen, doesn't matter. Is it clear? Are we able to get that? So no kartrutva, bhoktrutva imposition on Brahman by this shloka. So the sixth one is, by doing such a karma, as though as we see it in Vyavahara that he has done the karma, it is again Brahman who has not done the karma. It is we who are seeing that Brahman is the creator, Brahman is the enliver, Brahman is the pralayakarta, and that is how we call him as God, generator, operator, destroyer, we only are giving him that title. And because we give him the title, we also insult him with kartrutva bhoktrutva. Because we are unable to go to the Paramarthika and see that he is neither the Kartrutva, nor the Bhoktrutva, nor the God. He is not even the God. Are you able to get that? He is only blessing it as a Sakshi. Is it clear? Very clear? Okay. So, he says, He Kauteya Sarvabhutani Kalpakshaye Mamikam Prakritim Yanti. Everything rolls back into the Prakriti where this Prakriti is belonging to me. Now the moment you say belonging to me, ho gaya, vapas tum log. But you have to use in Vyavaharika word, Vyavahara language. Okay, and that is why the Upanishads never tell it this way. They will ask a question and leave it. Yato va imani bhutani jayante. From where did this everyone come? Ye na jatani jivanti. You have an answer to say Brahman or Prakriti. That is your choice based on your knowledge or ignorance. If you say from Brahman it came, it is your ignorance. If you say Prakriti manifested back as this particular Imani Bhutani Jayante blessed by the Brahman, then that is right knowledge. Okay, so Brahman is the Sakshi in the whole thing, and Brahman never participates. Brahman doesn't have Sangatvam, Brahman doesn't have Kartrutvam, Brahman doesn't have Bhoktrutvam. Nothing is there. Is it clear? Okay, right. Punaha kalpado visrijami tani. So I again bring them out as though it is shown as though Brahman is bringing them out. Prakriti by itself, it is time for it to now manifest, and it will come out in a form in which there is a plan by which, because we have to think about it, because the moment you are looking at Saguna Srishti, you have to think like a human being where there is a plan, someone plans it, someone does something, then there is a sequential operation and there is an effect of it, and then that you continue to be cyclic. But without that, that is why the Upanishad also says, So kamayata bahusyam praja yeti. From where is akamayata for Brahman? So akamayata, as though a human being, because then you can logically understand how that Srishti Prakaranam is happening. To give that concept, the Upanishad tells it that way. But if you are directly saying that no, Brahman only has multiplied into many, then you have a problem now. Because there are no limbs there, you cannot reduce it. So if that one has become into 1,000, where did that one go? Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyati. How can you tell that? After removing everything also Purnam is there. How can you tell that? Okay, so it is just, we have to understand it in the right way in Vyavahara. In Paramarthika, none of these happens. Why? There is no Prakriti itself. All this you are referring to Prakriti, वो है ही नहीं उधर. So where is Kartrutvam, Bhoktrutvam, कुछ नहीं है. Pramatritvam भी नहीं है. There is not even knowership in Brahman at that time. What to know? Sarveshwaraha Sarvajnani Sarva Kalyana Guna Ganaika Nilayaha Kartum Akartum Anyata Api Kartum Api Shaktaha. That is what we call Kartum Akartum Anyata Kartum. Does not do anything, does not participate in anything. Then where are we talking about all this? Clear? So this has to be understood in the proper way. That means now to this Brahman, जो अखंड ब्रह्मचारी है, हम उसका शादी करा के, उसको बच्चे दिला के, बाद में सब कुछ उसके साथ जोड़ के, बाद में एवरी ईयर वट सावित्री में गोल गोल घूम के सब बांध के रख दिया है ब्रह्म को. That is our kalpana, because we know us only that way. Problem comes there. Okay, let us see what happens further. The next shloka also is referring to the same one where which is that okay, so prakriti see prakritim swamavashtabhya visrajami punah punah Bhutagramamimam kritsnam Avasham prakriter vashat. Prakritim swam avashtabhya. See the clarity now he is very clearly giving. Swam avashtabhya prakritim visrajami punaha punaha, again and again. Bhutagramam imam kritsnam avasham prakritehe vashat. Okay, what he says? Aham swam prakritim avashtabhya prakritehe vashat. Okay, aham swam prakritim avashtabhya prakritehe vashat avasham imam kritsnam bhutagramam punah punaha visrajami. Okay, says Swam Prakritim, in my own Prakriti. Okay, Avashtabhya, this Avashtabhya word is coming from where? Who can tell me Avashtabhya word is coming from which dhatu? First of all, Malati madam, what is the form of this? Sanskrit. Avashtabhya. What is the form? It is Lyabanta Pratyaya. Lyabanta Pratyaya. Avashtabhya.
Ava is a opposite.
And what is the word? What is the dhatu?
Sthada.
Stha dhatu.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it is stha dhatu. Huh?
Sthada is Krishna.
So, when you add avastha, avashta, that rule, sandhi rules will change it.
Yeah, so will be Shakara.
So, stha is to establish. Avas means it is residing there and established. So, Prakriti is residing in me and established in me. That is why I can easily call it my Prakriti. My Prakriti is not me. As my shoe is not me, my head is not me, my bag is not me, my donkey is not me, my Prakriti is not me. But it is established in me. Are you able to understand? The pot is established in the mud. The pot is not mud. Pot is the form of the mud. What is there? Mud is there. Mud is established in mud. Mud is mud. The pot is established in the mud. The mud is not the pot. Are you able to get that? So, same way, Swam Avashtabhya, that is why the word Swam, in me, which is established. So, he has now separated Prakriti. Mama Prakritehe, if you would have told it to be enough, na? Why doesn't he say that? My Prakriti. Correct? Prakritim Swam Avashtabhya. He has put it in the format very clearly that this Prakriti which is already established in me, what happens there? Prakritim Swam Avashtabhya Prakritehe Vashat. Prakritehe Vashat. Why? In the control of Prakriti. So it is not in my control. Please understand very clearly, he has told here. The Prakriti which is established in me and that which is in the control of Prakriti. What? Avasham imam kritsnam bhuta gramam punah punaha visrajami. Avasham. What is Vasha? What is Avasha? Helplessly. So, helplessly, imam kritsnam bhuta gramam. What is bhuta gramam? Grama is a city or a village. Grama also means collection. Bhuta grama means collection of all beings. Kritsnam means which is manifested and which you can see. Very, very specific. Now there is nothing to imagine here. Imam bhuta gramam. So when I am telling you, see all these beings, all these beings, including you, including this form of mind, helplessly, avasham, prakritehe vashat, by controlled by that prakriti, okay, completely controlled by that prakriti, and which prakriti? Swam avashtabhya, which is established in me, punah punaha visrajami, again and again bring it out. That means again take it back. Which means if you go to Cine Wonder or if you go to Viviana Mall and go to that screen 5, the screen 5 will never change. Picture after picture will come. That picture in which all the people are bought in and then dispersed, made to act in a particular way, and they helplessly act, controlled by the Prakriti, so called the director, making a picture which is only portrayed onto this screen, keeps coming and going, punah punaha, naya picture ke baad naya picture ke baad naya picture, and I have nothing to do like a sakshi. I just keep sitting and see, chal raha hai, chalne do. I am neither going to do anything nor expect me that I will be doing something. समझ में आ रहा है? तो ये खेल पूरा किसका है? प्रकृति का. Okay, so very clearly, akartrutvam, abhoktritvam, very clearly now is trying to establish, saying that this game of the Prakriti will happen. And if today you are telling that, no, I will do this, I will do that, sorry, you are that helpless creature in that Prakriti. In that big framework of Prakriti, when you see, you are, insignificantly infinitesimal or infinitesimal, what is that? What is it called? I don't know. Whatever. That word, that doesn't even come to the mouth. So you are that thing when it comes to Prakriti, when we look at it. Yes, Prakriti will keep evolving. And someone says that a meteorite is coming, it is 7 lakh kilometers away from us. 7 lakh kilometers? क्या है, कितना दूर है? But that 7 lakh will dham करके जाएगा and you are out. So Prakriti Vasha, everything keeps coming and going, and I do not participate in this. Are you able to get it? And it is to bring that cyclicity. Now he is saying punah punaha. So first he said punah punaha, now you join it punah punaha. So don't come and ask where is the Adi and where is the Antam. It is Anantam and Anadi. And the whole game of Prakriti is Anantam, Anadi, continuously evolving, and either involution or evolution will happen. And in that time frame, there is going to be either growing up or shrinking, and in that everyone will participate based on your karma phala helplessly. And that Prakriti is established in me, because if I am not a Sakshi, this thing cannot happen. Now you tell me, when that Brahman says he is a Sakshi, no, who is this Brahman? To talk about Prakriti, so much time we talked about Prakriti. Who is this Brahman now? If the Chetana Tvam are not we, what are we talking about? Are you able to get that? It is not a Brahman who is sitting out and telling, it is we are referring to this Brahman. If this Brahman is not there, Chetanatvam, where are you even going to talk about such manifestation, unmanifestation of Prakriti? Are we able to get? But are you participating in any of the Prakriti? No. But is everything happening under your? Because whatever we are talking about is, we are knowledgeable about it. We are knowledgeable because we are sentient about it. We are sentient about it because we are Atma. But is this Atma now getting connected to it? No. Atma is just a Sakshi. But Atma is able to clearly make everything else sentient in the Prakriti, by which the whole thing is happening. समझ में आ रहा है? So those are really the first 10 shlokas are the real, 4 to 10 are complete power packed shlokas, on the basis of which only you can talk about Atma, what it is, and Brahman. Okay. Let us see what happens next. So, how many principles? 6 principles have been told now. 5 in the last class, and the 6th one is Akartrutvam, Abhoktrutvam. Is it clear? The first principle, Avyaktaha, not getting, Brahman never gets manifested. That means Brahman will never get unmanifested also. So Brahman is always there at all time. Beyond time and space, Brahman is always there. Or Atma is always there. Or I am always there. Start putting all the three, you will start connecting it. Second one, Sarvagatatvam. Like Akasha and Vayu, example they are given. It can go everywhere. Brahman's reach is everywhere. Brihattamaha, the biggest possible. So you cannot say Brahman is in this place or not in that place. No, everywhere. Anoraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan, all pervading. Sarvagatatva. The third one is Adhishtana. Adhara. So Brahma is the Adhara. Brahman is the Adhara. Jagat is established on Brahman. Jagat's identity is present only because of Brahman. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. Clear? The fourth one is, although there is a Brahman which is Satyam and Jagat which is Mithya, there is no Sangha between the Satya Brahman and Mithya Jagat. Asangatvam, no attachment between Brahman and Brahman's established Prakriti. As we have attachment, me and my intelligence. As we have attachment, me and my body. As we have attachment, me and my this memory. Me and my beauty, me and whatever. These are all attachment. Brahman doesn't have attachment with any of the things in Prakriti. Asangatvam. Okay. The next one is Srishti Sthiti Laya Karanatvam. Brahman is the single reason of all this merry-go-round happening between Prakriti into Srijanam and Layakaranam, and in between to be there. So the generating, operating, destroying principle does not belong to Bhagavan, it belongs to Prakriti. He blesses that. Okay. And the sixth one is Asangatvam. Sixth one is, because he is so called, we are telling that he is creating this world and destroying this world. Karma and karma phala, kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam doesn't belong to him. Is it clear? All the six. If you look at the properties of Atma, it is coming out of here. Atma is not a part property of the body. समझ में आ रहा है? Put those six and see, it will get properly fitted now. That's how Brahman and Atma can be said both are same. Okay? ठीक है. Now he explicitly says in the next sloka, Nacha mantani karmani nibadhnanti dhananjaya udasinavadasinam asaktantešu karmasu. This question exactly is that if you have got a doership, you will have enjoyership. So he says, no, na cha mam tani karmani nibadhnanti हे धनंजय उदासीन उदासीनवत् आसीनम असक्तम तेषु कर्मसु. Everywhere the way it is being taught is as though Bhagavan is the doer. I am doing this karma being udasin. Okay, so Kartrutvam very clearly is being bought here deliberately and then told that no, don't misunderstand. Okay, na cha man tani. He Dhananjaya, हे अर्जुन तेषु कर्मासु असक्तम. तेषु, in all that karma. In which karma? Srishti sthiti laya karma, srishti sthiti laya karana karma. In all those three karmas, asaktam udasinavat, unattached, indifferently. Not only unattached, it is indifferently also. Now, what is unattached and why indifferently? What is unattached and why? With the two words, why you have to bring it also? Unattached is a very good word. Asaktam is good. Why udasinavat? Because udasinavat asinam. I being present indifferently. Mam. What is mam? To me. Dvitiya. Tani karmani na nibadhanti. Because I am unattached and indifferent, this so-called karma which you see that I am doing does not bind me. Doership lekya ke dikha raha hai and then saying that you are not going to get the doership and enjoyership. समझ में आ रहा है? Why these two words udasinavat and asaktam? What is asaktam?
Interest. Interested.
Interested.
Saktam is not attached. Saktam is attached. Saktam is not attached.
Asakta is. अच्छा, sakta is. Asakta is unattached. Asakta is
Overly attached.
okay. Sakta karmanya vidvamsaha. Third chapter. Saktaha karmani avidvamsaha. The foolish person does the job with a lot of attachment. Clear? Now, asaktam tani karmani. I do this unattached. What do you mean by unattached? What is the exact meaning of this unattached?
Without expecting the karma.
Without expecting the karma phala. That means I am like a karma yoga, I am just going to do the action and not expect the result. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So, completely in principle with this. Clear? So, I am not expecting the outcome of this karma, whichever way it comes, is okay. Now, what is indifferent? What is indifferent? Unattached is whatever the karma phala comes is okay with me. What is indifferent?
Attachment.
Hmm?
Doing without attachment.
Then the doing without attachment, that is asakta. Then why separately udasinavat, why it is given?
Indifferent means it doesn't, you're not bothered about the result.
Okay. Well, then what is the difference? Huh?
There you're not expecting any result,
Hmm.
and here whatever result comes, you're, it's okay that you're accepting.
Hmm. So there I don't have any preferences and choices. Okay. Then I am saying that I am indifferent to whatever the result comes. And when I mean I am indifferent to the result, that result will have other repercussions going on ahead. This particular karma of mine will give karma phala. That result, whatever it is, I am not bothered about. This is the way I want it to come, I don't want it to come. First thing. Having that come, that is going to become the karma of the next karma phala. And there are going to be series of karma happening and repercussions and karma phalas coming. Even that doesn't bother me. Please understand that. Many a time when someone says that, I'm just doing it like this only. Okay, theek hai. So whatever the result comes is okay. Okay, after this result comes, after that if this happens and then if it affects you, that I don't want. समझ में आ रहा है? Because the immediate result is not something which is overtly visible, or that is only overtly visible and I am okay with it. But subsequent जो 2.5-4 चलने के बाद जो आएगा, that I don't. Especially you see parents who are carefree at the young age. What you are, they should have that freedom and all. अच्छा बाद में जाने के बाद तुमको ही बोलो, that I don't. समझ में आ रहा है? Because karma is going to leave the imprint of karma phala, and then the next karma is going to happen based on this karma phala. Like that it is going to be on. Whatever that happens, whatever, if the world goes back, one kalpa goes back in one fraction of a second, chullu par pani mein, I am okay with it. समझ में आ रहा है? It is not just this karma of mine as a karma phala. आगे जाके परपेचुइटी का टाइम देखेगा तो भी इट इज आई एम इंडिफरेंट टू इट. वाई? आई एम जस्ट डूइंग इट. व्हाट इज दिस एक्चुअली टेलिंग यू? This is giving a very, this shloka is actually giving the solution to a problem. This shloka is actually giving that solution to the problem. I get stuck because of attachment. Every karma, because of the attachment, either gives me punya or papa. It is not karma phala now. The punya and papa is sukha or dukkha to me. My sukha can be someone's dukkha, my dukkha can be someone else's sukha. Karma has just given the karma phala, but the attachment has made it either punya papa or sukha dukkha. So being detached with that karma phala and still continuing karma, I can still live without a problem. Not only that, perpetually ahead going, whatever that karma is going to create further, and if I have to be a party to do that karma, I will still continue being indifferent because I am not interested whatever is that karma phala going to come later on also. So that unattached is not just for that karma, it is with sequence of karmas ahead happening, the results. समझ में आ रहा है? Is it clear? So this particular knowledge is being taught that stopping karma is not a solution. First, naiva kinchit karomiti. Where did it come? Fifth chapter. I think fifth, seventh or 12th sloka. Naiva kinchit karomiti. Eighth. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattvavit. Naiva kinchit karomiti. I am not the doer at all. Yukte manyeta tattvavit. That a knowledgeable person will always consider it to be that way. I am not the doer. Then what is happening? Pashyan shranvan sprishan jigran ashnan gachan swapan shwasan pralapan visrijan grannan unmishan nimishan api. At all times the eyes are seeing, the legs are doing something. Everything is happening as per Prakriti, the way it should be happening. I am not involved at all into this. But I have to bless the whole thing to happen. Otherwise my hands will not work without me. My legs will not work without me. So I am there to make it work. What it works, karmeti hastayoh, gatiriti padayoh, vimuktiriti payo, iti manushi samajna. And that is how a knowledgeable person will do work unattached. Sakta karmanya vidvamsa, exactly opposite. There is this chikirshuhu loka sangraham. Asakta chikirshuhu loka sangraham. So he will just do it just for the people to continue, and that knowledge to perpetuate and move ahead will continue to do work. It should be there. But don't get attached. Not only attached now, be indifferent also for the future. Okay, now the next shloka will actually tell you what we do. Okay, next two shlokas will come. So at that time I will explain. So he says, because I am doing it unattached and indifferent, none of this karma will make me a doer or an enjoyer. So if you want to be doing something without having the doership and enjoyership, asaktaha udasinavat karma guru. Is it clear? Okay. Then he comes to the next shloka, the 10th one. And in the 10th one, actually it ends. Because he is here now, a complete explanation, he is going to end it in the 10th one. He says, Maya yakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam. Maya yakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam. Hetunanena kaunteya. Hetunanena kaunteya. Jagadviparivartate. Jagadviparivartate. Maya adhyakshena prakritihi suyate sachara acharam. Hetuna anena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. He kaunteya, he Kunti ka bete, Maya adhyakshena. Now, what is Maya adhyakshena? With my leadership. Maya adhyakshena, with my leadership. Under my leadership. क्या हुआ? स्माइल दिख रहा है लेकिन कोई बोलने को तैयार नहीं है. हाँ, प्रकृति ही सचर अचरम सूयते. प्रकृति ही सचर acharam suyate. Anena hetuna jagat viparivartate. Prakritihi sachara acharam suyate. What is sachara? Chara? Moving. Charati. Which is moving. Achara, which means which is living and non-living. Living and non-living. Suyate, to create. Okay. Prakritihi sachara acharam suyate. Hey Kaunteya, this Prakriti is continuously creating beings and non-beings. Correct? Maya adhyakshena. Now this Maya adhyakshena has to be very clearly under my leadership. Yes or no? Why that question mark comes now? Maya adhyakshena क्या हुआ? हाँ? In my presence. In my presence. Huh? Okay, you are taking swam avashtabhya and saying that is why maya adhyakshena cannot be under my leadership, means again kartrutvam will come. So I don't want to put that leadership business here and all. I am just the sakshi, and in my presence that is happening by itself by the prakriti. Correct? Now, if we put it as maya adhyakshena as under my leadership, what will happen? I am giving 2 examples. The functioning of the car is happening as per the design and the principles how the car has to move. Maya adhyakshena car is going in front. The car has an assembly of things which are supposed to work in a particular way. Maya adhyakshena, under my leadership, the car is now moving. Is that kartrutvam? Correct? Anything happens to the car, who will be blamed? The car will be blamed or adhyaksha will be blamed? Maya adhyakshena, in another example, under the leadership of me, Narendra Modi, the whole India is functioning the way it should function. Anything happening in Maharashtra's Thane Taluka, some problem, Maya adhyakshena will you put Modi behind bar? क्यों भाई? Maya adhyakshena. It is under his leadership happening, correct or wrong?
Indirect.
Indirect or direct, under his leadership. If something happens to a company, what happens to the CEO or MD of the company? Whoever, even if the peon has done that job, who has to take the responsibility? It will come. Kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam will come. It will come, why not? Indirect, it is just because it is a very small thing, the impact is not seen. Suppose if 5,000 people are killed here, will not the question go up to Delhi? Are you able to get? It is only how big or small the problem you decide how much to go. But indirectly also some impact will be there. So there also kartrutva and bhoktrutva is there. So whichever way you go into this vyavahara and put this word adhyakshena as leadership, you have a problem because direct or indirect kartrutvam bhoktritvam will. And hence, it should not come, so you have to give a meaning to it, saying that in my or under my principle or under my presence or with my presence, this prakriti swam avashtabhya suyate sacharachara. Okay. Then he says, that means this blessed prakriti is free to do whatever prakriti wants. Correct? And I am not answerable to it. Neither I am going to get kartrutvam, bhoktritvam, I am only blessing it. You know, because of this very reason, anena hetuna jagat viparivartate. Due to this reason only, the world is revolving around. That means every cyclicity is happening because of that. All the things which are cyclic, all which are moving, मतलब वो वापस गोल घूम के वापस उधर ही आने का, everything, let it be karma, karma, janma cycle, or let it be the world moving around or galaxies moving, every movement is just happening because of prakriti only, to that extent, and I am no way connected by udasinaha asaktam mayi karmani karma. I am doing my karma. To that level he has taken it. That asaktam and udasina, I am doing this karma. Due to this, the world revolves, it rotates, it goes to, or that cyclicity of laya and srishti is also happening, and nothing is going to impact me. Clear? So he is very clearly saying that my superior nature has to be understood the way which has been mentioned from the 4th shloka up to this 10th shloka. Understand, this is my superior nature. That superior nature is a knowledge which you need to have. And you should always reflect on that knowledge and then also consider my inferior nature, the lower nature, which is prakriti. But don't get enamored by the lower nature and forget the superior nature. If you keep the superior nature in the mind and continue to be active in the lower nature, you have no problem. If you consider that the lower nature is everything and you do not have an idea of the superior nature, then you will every time fall down and break your head. Are you able to get that? And that is why he says the next shloka. Avajananti mam mudhaha manushin tanumashritam param bhavamajanantaha mama bhuta maheshwaram. Okay. Avajananti mam mudhaha manushim tanum ashritam param bhavam ajanantam mama param bhavam ajanantaha bhuta maheshwaram. Bhuta maheshwaram mama param bhavam ajanantaha mudhaha manushim tanum ashritam mam avajananti. He very clearly now points the finger and shows on human beings. Bhuta maheshwaram. Okay. Bhuta maheshwaram, those people who are there, mama param bhavam ajanantaha, they do not know my higher nature. Mudhaha manushim, those foolish human beings, tanum ashritam, They are dependent on personification or embodying me into everything. मुझे जकड़ के बांध के रखने में तुला हुआ है ये बुद्धू इंसान. My higher nature, which is mentioned from the 4th shloka to the 9th shloka, which is very clearly avyaktam, tatam, srishti sthiti laya karanam, akarta abhokta, then asangatvam, and one more, adhishta. All these are not known, and because they understand only Saguna Ishvara, and the guna what they give is the form which they know the most, which is human being. That is why Manushim Tanum Ashritam, they bind me with this human form. Clear? Okay. Which means doing this human form Saguna Ishvara is not wrong. But you can't be eternally sitting on it. That is something where you can stepping stone to start, but you have to mature out of it and start leaving the guna and understand it as principle. Jindagi bhar, janma after janma, if you are going to be with Saguna Ishvara, then you are Mudhaha Manushim Tanmashi. Okay. How did this come? So he says, I am, one cannot bind me, but these human beings bind me. Okay. How does this come? The meaning is understood of this. Okay. So here I am going to deviate and quickly take you through Viveka Chudamani. There are 5 shlokas which are beautiful. Konama bandhaha kathamesha agataha. 2 questions asked. What is bandha? And how does this bandha come in us? And there are 4 or 5 shlokas. Quickly we will take that and then we will close it. So, because that aspect is very strongly coming in this particular one, and that is an innate nature of ours which unknowingly keeps coming every time, and unless we work upon it, we will never be able to go above that. So what is bandha? Atra anatmanam aham iti matihi. Atra anatmanam aham iti matihi bandha eshosya pumsaha praptaha अज्ञान जनन मरण क्लेश संपात हेतुः येनैवायं वपुः इदम् असत् सत्यमित्यात्म बुद्ध्या पुष्यति उक्षति उष्यति अवति विषयैः तन्तुभिः कोशकृद्वत्. So don't try to write or anything. If you want to know, this is the 137th shloka of Viveka Chudamani. In the 108 Viveka Chudamani text, it comes as the 39th shloka. Atra, then Atra Anatmani, in the Anatma, Aham iti matihi, considering me or the Atma to be in Anatma, matihi, that intellect, that knowledge. I, who is the Atma, to consider it as Atma seen in Anatma. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. This problem. समझ में आ रहा है? बंध एशो अस्य पुंसः. That is the reason. The moment this anatma is being given the status of atma by this human being, there is immediately one bacha which is formed. This is called Atma Anatma Mithuni Karanam. In the text language they call it Anatma Atma Mithuni Karanam. The moment I consider it to be a superimposition, it is different. But the moment I consider both are same and I have made it together as one, ये करने का वजह से एक बच्चा पैदा होता है जिसका नाम है बंधा. एषः अस्य पुंसः बंधः. Which means if you don't want this child, then you should not do anatma atma mithunikaran. Okay. How did you get this knowledge to do it? Praptaha ajnana. Because of ignorance, you have already got it. When? From when Brahman was there, from that time ajnanam is also there. Then what? Janana marana klesha sampata hetuhu. This ajnanam goes across janma marana and within the janma up to marana. One is across, other is within. Within marana you can't say. Within janma this ajnanam is there. Okay. And bandha during janma. End of the janma has not gone. Next janma it has come. Bandha across the janma. Again it has not gone. Again it has come in the next janma. Bandha across janma. Do you understand this? This is what he is saying. Yenaiva ayam vapuhu idam asat. Yena eva ayam vapuhu. Ayam vapuhu. This body. Idam asat. Which you know very clearly is asat. It is not sat. It is anitya vastu, this body. Okay. First two lines are the cause he has told. The practical effect is coming in the third line now. Because of this particular satya mithya mithuni karanam or satya anrita mithuni karanam, bandha is formed. This bandha is now across janma marana sampata hetuhu, and because of that, now the secondary effect, that's a primary cause. That has, the first mithuni karanam has caused an effect called bandha. This bandha across janma has caused the next effect. The secondary or the tertiary effect, if you want, you can put. What is that? Yena eva ayam. Because of that, ayam vapuhu, this body, which is asat. What he does? Satyam iti atma buddhya. He considers this body to be atma. Okay. Shariram, which is Sthula Shariram or Sukshma Shariram, he considers it to be Atma. And then what does he do? Pushyati, Ukshati, Avati. Okay. Pushyati. What is Pushyati? Poshan karna. What is that? Nourishing. Okay. Ukshati. Ukshati, Avati. Bathing it, taking care of it. Okay, all that. With what? Vishayaihi. With objects to satisfy it. Pushyati Vishayaihi. And by doing that, the next outcome. So, kitna? Tertiary ne, abhi the fourth outcome is telling. How is it happening? Tantu bihi koshakridvat. He has given an example and says, this is how it is. When you look from outside, you understand it now. So you have tantu is a silkworm. Kosha is the cocoon. So the silkworm has now developed the cocoon fully, that it is no more visible. Only the cocoon is visible. And what is the end of it? Nashaha. Are you able to get that? So, what a sequence. So, It can go. That is why Sangha Sanjayate Kamaha Kama Krodho Vijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smriti Vibramaha Smriti Brahmchat Buddhi Nasho Buddhi Nashat Pranashati. Like that, cause effect bolte bolte he says Satya Anrita Mithuni Karanam Bandha Eva Pumsaha Bandhat Praptaha Ajnana Janana Marana Klesha Sampada Hetoho. What happens? Ya Evayam Yena Eva Ayam Vapuhu Atma Asat. This Atma is considered on this Asat as real. Okay, and then you start taking care of it, Pushyati, Ukshati, Avati, like this particular silkworm. Are you able to get that? So how did it come? Like that. So if you know how this has come, this is exactly what he says. Because you did Satya Anrita Mithuni Karanam, the whole thing has come out. If you look at it, he is actually trying to tell that. So the moment you bring an RC, the problem has started. Now, Kathamesha Agataha, how did it come? What is Bandhaha has been explained now. What it does. How did it come? Kathamesha Agataha. Akhanda Nitya Advaya Bodha Shaktya Spurantamatmanam Ananta Vaibhavam Samavranotyaavriti Shaktiresha Tamomahi Rahu Rivarka Bimbam. Very beautifully, these two shlokas, if someone has to really understand all this, this is exactly the way he has explained it. Tirobhute swatmani amalatara tejovati puman anatmanam mohat ahamiti shariram kalayati tataha kamakrodha prabhritibihi amum bandhagunaihi param vikshepakya Rajasa Urushaktir Vyathayati. Such a logical, sequential explanation of how step by step it happens. Perfectly Acharya has told it. So the moment, what have we done? Satya Anrita Mithuni Karanam is what we have done. Okay. Satya Mithuni Karanam, no problem with anything. But Anrita Mithuni Karanam with Satyam has created now what problem? This, okay, if there is something and you have another thing which you are mixing, for example, आपके पास आटा है, पानी है, वो दोनों को साथ में मिलके गूंथते, कॉफी है, शुगर है, दोनों साथ में मिक्स करते, then it becomes one entity, right? इसका गुण उस पे आएगा, उसका गुण इस पे आएगा. Prakriti gets the guna of the Atma or Brahman, which is Chetanatva. And Prakriti also gives the guna to the Atma. Atma is taking it or not taking it is not the question here. But we see it that Atma has taken it. That is why we behave that way. That is our Ajnanam. What are the gunas which Prakriti has? Apart from that, two Shaktis they have got. Two Shaktis they have got. Vikshepa Shakti. Now this Prakriti's Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti is now going to work. As much as Chetanatvam has come to Prakriti, Prakriti's Avarana and Vikshepa Shakti is going to work on Atma. Are you able to understand? What is Vikshepa Shakti? Vikshepa Shakti is the ability of the Prakriti to cover the truth, the reality is the Vikshepa Shakti. Is the Avarana Shakti. It's a covering. What is Vikshepa Shakti? Vikshepa Shakti is Prakriti's that Shakti which can project everything other than Atma as Atma. समझ में आ रहा है? पहला वाला जो है वो सच को छुपाना, दूसरा वाला क्या है मालूम है, हर झूठ को सच बताना। समझ में आ रहा है? नहीं समझ में आ रहा है? आवरण शक्ति इज कवरिंग दैट आत्मा विच इज द नित्य वस्तु, विक्षेप शक्ति is showing all the other anatma as atma that you can depend on it, is vikshepa shakti. So this one is the seed, the other is actually now adding fuel to this fire, and both together hold hands and ensure that you are fully blinded. समझ में आ रहा है? So what is the first avarana shakti? Which type of guna it is? Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna or Tamo-guna? Avarana Shakti will come as what? Tamo. What will Vikshepa Shakti come as? Logically समझा? Now I am reading this to you. Akhandani Advaya Bodha Shaktya Spurantam Atmanam Ananta Vaibhavam. This particular line is only talking about what is Atma. Got nothing to do with this process. That Atma which is Akhanda, which is Nitya, which is Advaya, which is Bodha Shakti, which is Purantam, which is Ananta Vaibhava. That such a great qualified Atma जिसका सामने ये प्रकृति कुछ नहीं है. Now what does this Prakriti do its work? Samavrinoti, completely covers. Samavrinoti, completely covers. Shakti hi esha. Esha atmanam samavrinoti tamomayi. Ajnanena, because of the ajnane, the tamo guna ensures that the jnanam is fully covered, the atma is fully covered, tamomayi. How? Rahu eva arka bimbam. As the Rahu covers the sun during an eclipse and we feel as though the sun is not there, like that this anatma covers the atma as though the atma doesn't exist. समझ में आ रहा है? And to ensure that this anatma becomes powerful, the atma has also transferred its chetanatvam so that the RC becomes equally chaitanyam instead of chit pratibhimbam. It becomes as though like a chaitanyam instead of chit pratibhimbam. We don't call it as a RC, we call it as OC. That means the RC has covered the OC completely. समझ में आ रहा है ये? This is the first job which it has done. Now the second job. पहला ये हो गया, successful हो गया. Now the baton is given to the विक्षेप शक्ति. अभी तुम पूरा खेल खेलो. मैं पूरा कवर कर दिया. I have ensured that अभी ये इसका बाहर नहीं निकलेगा. तुम जो बनता है इधर करो. The whole thing is available for you. I have ensured that this person, this Atma fellow is inside now. क्या कर रहा है? तिरोभूते स्वात्मनि. Once it is completely covered, that Atma, what type of Atma? Amalataram Tejovati, which is Amalataram, which cannot be sullied, which is the self-illumining. Tejovati, okay. Sahasra Surya Koti Bhanu. That is what we are referring to, that Atma. Okay. Atmanam mohat ahamiti shariram kalayati. Tataha kama, where did this go? Param vikshepakya. Tataha kama krodha prabritihi amum bandagunaihi param vikshepakya rajasa urushaktir vyatayati. So this vikshepakya is that vikshepa shakti of Prakriti now starts playing. And it is rajasaha, chanchalaha, activity oriented. And it is urushakti, filled with energy. मतलब वो गाड़ी का चालू कर दिया, पहला गाड़ी में बिठा के सब कुछ कर दिया, ये गाड़ी चालू कर दिया तो अभी ये जाने वाला है, रॉकेट को लगा दिया है यार. क्या करते हैं? अनात्मानं मोहात् अहमिति शरीरं कलयति. पहला अनात्मा का मोह में अहम को ये शरीर बोल देते हैं. Same thing which was told earlier. Tataha, once that is done, Kama Krodha Prabhritihi. Everything which is Kama, Esha, Krodha, Esha, Rajo, Guna, Samudbhavaha. Mahashano, Mahapapa, you can never fulfill it. Chalu hi rahega. Self-sufficient. Okay. Then Ahamiti Sharirang Kama Krodha Prabriti Amum Bandha Gunaihi Bandhana Gunaihi. It now binds you. क्योंकि एक से एक उस साखली का सोम साखली बन जाता है बड़ा कि आप उससे बाहर नहीं निकल सकते हो. ऐसा ये उरु शक्ति now ensures that you will never ask for something which is आत्म ज्ञानम at all. Out of syllabus कर देगा. समझ में आ रहा है? How it is beautifully coming down. कितना nicely that sequence is so nicely explained that if you really understand it, yes, because understanding it will help to diagnose our problem. Once we diagnose our problem, we know where to work. Where is my issue? You start working there, then only it will. Otherwise, blindly you start treating it, it will not work. You should diagnose the problem, and for diagnosis, this how it arrives, the steps are very, very clear. Is it right? So we will continue more how it works. I'll take this and then only we will go back to Bhagavad Gita. Some of these things, it gives you a very clear clarity of why do we consider this Atma to be Anatma, and then everything starts. The whole idea is how do you break down this Ahankara, RC and understand those things. For that we have to know where we are going wrong. कौन सा जगह पे हमने गड़बड़ किया, and then we have to work on. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So in the next class I will just take this one more shloka is there, not more, but it's simple, and then we will continue with the 11th shloka, I think. Right? 12th shloka, what? Yeah.
11th, sir. Just finished 11th.
Yeah. 11. Avajananti mam modaha. Correct. Moghasha mogha karmana. Same thing it is. Moghasha mogha karmana. Mogha jnana vichetasaha. Rakshasi masurin chaiva. Prakritim mogini shrita. Exactly the same thing which we are going to see it. What Adi Shankara is going to tell about that. Kama Krodadi. Everything is starting from that. Okay. Same thing which is packaged in different words. Nothing different than that. Right? Chala. Okay. Hari Om.
धन्यवाद सर.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.
अच्छा, next Saturday no class, huh? Next Saturday Brahmagiri Parikrama, no class.